Hello everyone, today we will talk about the transit of Mercury. Transiting Mercury is in opposition to natal Neptune. How transiting Mercury will behave in opposition to natal Neptune depends on the position of natal Neptune. This transit can be more prominent in your life if you already have planets in aspect to your natal Neptune. But the basics are as follows. When transiting Mercury is in opposition to natal Neptune, the celestial influence brings a mixture of imagination and confusion. Your mind will then feel shrouded in fog, making clarity seem unattainable. This confusion arises because your subconscious is more active, bringing to the surface elements of your psyche that usually remain hidden. However, even though the subconscious is more active, it does not mean that it is in good agreement with the current thoughts that are circulating in our heads. Normally, Mercury can function very well when combined with Neptune, but in this situation this is not the case. Therefore, we can say that this is one of the most unfavorable times to make decisions or sign contracts, because it is very likely that your communication with others will be full of misunderstandings or disappointments. The transit itself suggests a challenge in the way you relate to high artistic or spiritual ideals. The cosmos itself encourages reflection on the subtle interaction of communication and intuition, and often blurs the lines between reality and illusion, encouraging a deeper examination of the way you express your thoughts and dreams. This brings mental confusion and potential problems in relationships due to poor communication. The other party simply does not understand that your perception of reality is clouded by the inability to filter out background noise or useless information. Seeing things clearly or understanding situations accurately is impossible because the mind of Mercury becomes clouded by fantasies or unrealistic thoughts set by Neptune. Therefore, instead of seeing this celestial image as an obstacle, although it is for most situations, try to understand it as an invitation to explore the deeper layers of your inner world. Embrace the fluidity of your thoughts and allow yourself to dream, but be careful not to mistake those dreams for reality. Some may even find themselves drawn to poetic musings or excited by imaginative ideas that seem almost otherworldly. However, be aware of deceptive narratives that cloud your judgment. As we have already mentioned, your thinking is a bit confusing now and you are gullible or influenced by feelings and images, instead of seeing situations and people as they really are. Your imagination is very active at this time, so the transit will stimulate inspiration, but this of course requires prudence. Receiving news that brings disappointment, or finding yourself in a situation where you cannot live up to your own imagination is normal at this time, because in both cases a practical assessment of what you have actually lost is needed. In some cases, feelings will so far outweigh reality that thoughts will get entangled in nostalgia or empty wishes, and it is crucial to take time for clarity. You hear and see the truth, but also a lot of garbage, and it is almost impossible to tell the difference. Therefore, this is the wrong time to make important decisions, plans or detailed mental work. Business deals should be avoided and contract signing should be postponed if you can. If not, consult an expert in the field or someone you trust. Because misunderstandings will occur more often, as words get lost in translation or misunderstood. So maintaining discipline and clear communication is really challenging now. Although you will find it difficult to articulate your thoughts or fully understand others. Instead of forcing precision, try to express yourself through creative or nonverbal means, as this transit also offers unique benefits. Creativity increases during this time as Neptune's influence encourages imaginative thinking and artistic expression. Art, music, or even a quiet walk in nature provide a channel for the foggy energies you are experiencing. Intuition becomes stronger, allowing for deeper insight into personal feelings or spiritual matters. Journaling or creative expression will help channel this foggy energy into something tangible, turning fleeting visions into practical insights. So during these 3 days it would be best to avoid deep and meaningful conversations, and if you are dating, you will be more susceptible to being taken advantage of or deceived in some way. Do things that involve creative writing and poetry. Anything imaginative or dreamy is good, such as watching a romantic or sci-fi movie, dancing, and singing. Don't take dreams or visions too seriously. Take a break if your work relies on your intuition or psychic abilities. Either way, disappointed or not, you need to reconnect with your higher guidance and narrow the gap between your real and ideal self by bringing your ideal self down to earth a little while getting closer to it. Through this process, you will discover new layers in your perception that illuminate hidden aspects of both yourself and others, aspects that usually remain below the surface when we focus solely on logic and reason.